But then that means we're going to be live like right now.
Oh, then okay. Well, it's 6 o'clock.
Okay,
Let's do it.
let's do it. Let's do it.
Put some lipstick on. Hold on.
Wait.
I done ate it off, and I can't wait till after the meeting because I'm going outside to smoke.
Oh, we are live. We are live, Anthony. We are live on YouTube. We are definitely live. Hold on. This is going to be kind of different, guys. So bear with me, audience. I'm used to going live on Facebook, but we're trying something different. I'm going to see how this is working because we really want to go on Instagram. Okay. So we do have a one person watching so far. That may be me. But yeah, so we're just testing this thing called technology right now. So bear with me. My name is Kimberly Connor with Birth and Nation. Yeah, this is a shadow and there's like a 5 second. Hold on. Yeah, no. There's too much background noise on that YouTube and it kept echoing, but I'm pretty sure. You guys, hey everyone. I'm gonna chop this up later. Let me make sure that I am recording. I'll chop it up later. I don't have a way to verify my YouTube at this point. You guys, I am traveling. I am doing some amazing things all across the nation, right? So I did stop at a Starbucks to make sure that I hopped on live for the new year, right? Because I want you guys to know. Hold on one second. I got Tiara coming in the room. We have Stephanie Arcady in the house. And of course, we have Kimberly Connor, your one and only. One second, guys. We are getting this together. So give us a few minutes. And if you would like to go ahead and get a pen and pad, because we're always dropping gems. We are always dropping gems. And we want you to pick up what we're putting down. Again, my name is Kimberly Connor, and Happy New Year, everybody. I feel so alive. I'm telling you, I don't look like what I've been through. I'm telling you, I do not look like what I've been through. How many of us can testify that? If you know what I'm talking about 2024, so many people was like, I'm over you 2024. I want a divorce from you 2024. I don't like you no more 2024, right? If you guys know what I'm talking about, put a thumbs it's all up from here. Put a thumbs up in the chat. Put a thumbs up in the chat, right? So we've been through a lot of obstacles, a lot of trials, a lot of tribulations, a lot of losses. And I wouldn't even say there were a whole lot of gains, but there were a whole lot of opportunities, right? So what I look at 2024 as it was like boarding the plane. You know how when you board a plane and you're just sitting there and you're like, oh my God, it's getting hot in here. It's getting stuffy. When are we taking off? And then they're like, there is a delay. We will have a 2 hour delay and you cannot get off the plane until you get to your destination. That's what I think about 2024. You guys know what I'm talking about? Y'all know what it is. So 2025, I am saying, oh man, yes, I thought I was recording. Bear with me. Thank you, sis. I love y'all.
Yeah,
Whatever.
you're recording.
Am I recording?
Yes, we did because we couldn't find the pause button, so we're recording.
Okay. Thank you. So what I'm looking at 2025 as And thank you guys for letting me use this scenario because this is what's resonating with me. I will let you guys chime in a few minutes. But 2025 is like we've landed. We've hit our destination. We're getting off the plane. We're excited. We're in a new environment, a new city, a new country, right? Whatever it is for you, it is new. It feels amazing. Like I'm breathing fresh air. It's not all stuffy. My mind is more clear. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm loving 2025 already. So, with that being said, you guys go ahead whether you're watching it live or the replay, go ahead and drop in the comments where you're chiming in from. Where did your plane land? Where are you at today? Uh, so we're also going to talk about, Stephanie on Mind Your Business. She's actually going to be talking about our next session is going to be about actually I'm going to have to let her explain this for two reasons, y'all. I'm just going to keep it transparent. I'm doing this broadcast from my phone, right? So I usually go back from my phone and my computer and put it all out there. So that's where my notes are. But I'm going to let Stephanie explain. But we're really talking about New Year's resolutions and what it means for you. What does a New Year's resolution means for you? With me, it's really, really. I understand why a lot of people fail with the New Year's resolution. Number one, January is the most horrible time to try to create goals, standards, budgets, all kinds of stuff because we're just coming out of the holidays. Well, you guys are just coming out of the holidays. You know what I'm saying? And then it's kind of hard because it's the winter months. A lot of people are kind of under the, I'm just going to say that's when depression kind of sets in for the majority of us because maybe they're missing the loved ones that they weren't able to celebrate with and during the Christmas time. Maybe they're struggling with their finances, or maybe it's just the dark, cloudy skies, that season, 'tis the season, to be under the weather, if you will. I find it's best to start setting goals and resolutions during the springtime because that's when you're most upbeat. That's when you're most excited. That's when you can get out of the house more. That's when the sun is shining. That's when you feel better. And that's when you're more intentional with the things that you're actually doing. And then that way you don't beat yourself up. I say, and that's just my idea, right? I'm going to make a whole planner about it because Birth the Nation Network is relaunching y'all on the 11th. And I got some goodies for you. So that's going to be in my planner for the first 90 days. Thank you. On the 11th, yes, I'm relaunching Birth the Nation Network on the 11th. So for the first 90 days, I'm not even asking my tribe to set New Year's resolutions. I'm asking them to start crafting. Use that first quarter to start crafting their resolution so that they can end the year strong. That means you're going to budget on what you're going to spend for the holidays. That means you're actually going to have intentional money signs, or excuse me, your numbers together, and that way you'll be able to end the year strong and then go into the new year a little less stress free, a little more organized, a little more intentional. That's where we mess up, y'all, is when we're already messed up and everything is all in a haywire. And then you try to set New Year's resolutions, but no longer. All right. So that's enough for me, Kimberly Connor. I'm feeling myself right now. I feel so good. And I have these sisters to thank for that. Man. So Stephanie, I know she has some things going on. She has some new. Oh my God, it's not new. It's her podcast. This is the second season, y'all. Put some. fire emojis or some claps in the comments, right? This is her second season of her podcast. She's launching, drum roll, on the 20th of January. The 20th of January. Remember, I told you I'm launching on the 11th of January? And that's not all. Stephanie's doing some amazing things over there in Mind Your Business. We have Tiara, our Denver Metro realtor. She is also doing some amazing things in her community. And when we say community, it doesn't just mean like in Denver. It means a community of people that we mentor, vibe with, love on, grow with. That's what we mean by community, right? So she has a community called Ambitious Gals. And on the 15th of January, she has an event about manifestation. Oh, that ain't it. Look, she didn't stop there. On the 19th, she has another event, a vision board event. Now, what I'm going to ask these sisters to do is to drop their links in the comments, and then I'll come back later and drop mine in the on the YouTube channel. Right. So we have some amazing things going on. So I hope you guys mark this in your calendar because we really, really desire your support. Yeah, we have these communities and all that stuff, but we need your help. We can't do it all by ourselves. Each one, teach one, right? And it's all about word of mouth. It's all about like, know, and trust. There are a lot of predators out here in these social media streets, and we don't want you to get taken advantage of. So, without that being said, Stephanie, bring it to the stage. Or actually, Tiara, you want to go first? I know you have some things going on after this event, or excuse me, after this live. So, come on, my sister. Tiara, with the events on the 15th and the 19th. What do you think about New Year's resolutions?
So I think that New Year resolutions is good, but I don't really call mine resolutions because I just kind of think everybody gets on this train and then they hop off. Like the gyms are probably going to be full for this month and maybe the middle of next month, and then people just going to drop off. So I think you have to decide what drives you. What drives you, and then go from there. Because if you're just like for a vision board, for example, most people get a poster board and they put all these pretty pictures on it and they fill it up, but they're not being intentional with what they're putting on the board. So if you're going to do something, you need to know why you're doing it. You don't necessarily need to know the how, because we don't want to get bogged down in the how. Because if you get bogged down in the how, that's where the stagnation come in. Because you thinking that, oh, how this gonna happen? Don't worry about how it's gonna happen. Just look up the actions that you need to take and take the actions and plant those seeds so they can grow. And then once you got that list done, obviously you need to make a list, because if you don't write the goals down, they don't mean nothing. But if you have a goal in mind, you have to know how you're going to get there. Just like when you plan a trip. If you're going out of the country, are you just going to say, oh, I'm going to Dubai, but I don't know nothing about Dubai. I don't know where I'm staying. I don't know how I'm going to get around. You have to know where you're going on your destination and plant those things to get there. If you don't plant them, then you're probably not going to make it to Dubai because you haven't looked up what the cost for the tickets are. You haven't looked up where you're going to stay, how much that's going to cost. You haven't looked up if you need a concierge to get you around. It may be a language barrier that you need to overcome. It could be all type of things, or even knowing where to stay, because you don't want to just be going to any random place. Because if it's not your lane, you don't need to be there. So stay in your lane and let your goals drive you, and you'll get you to where you need to be. Now, it may be some bumps, because it will be. Anything worth fighting for, you're always going to come with problems. And I'm not speaking into existence, but when you're climbing up the mountain, it's harder to breathe. It's harder to breathe because you're elevating. You have to go to the next level. And not everybody can go. Not everybody can go. When you be trying to bring too many people, it's hard. You get distracted. So make sure everything that's on your journey of success aligns with everything that you need to be doing. And that's my piece.
I love it. I love that analogy. Not everybody can go. And when you're climbing up the mountain, it can get a little harder to breathe, especially if you're not prepared, right? Especially if you haven't, conditioned yourself for it. And also you're going to a whole nother level. Thank you, Tiara. I love that. I love that. I love that. Now, Stephanie, I know you got it going on as well, right? With your New Year's resolutions. I'm over here taking notes. I'm taking notes. Tiara dropped some gems. I hope you guys got some gems out of that as well. Put some fire emojis in the chat for Miss Stephanie Arcady, everyone.
Hey, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Kim. Happy New Year, Tiara. Happy New Year, everybody that is either watching this live or as a replay. I just want to put my 2 cents in. I do believe that 2025 is going to be a life changer. Doesn't mean that it's going to be the best year. Doesn't mean that it's going to be a bad year. I just mean it's going to change your life. I just honestly believe that. Now, for me, I believe it's going to be the best year of my life. Positively, right? Okay? But I don't do New Year's resolutions. Couple years ago, I decided to do my birthday as my renewal type thing. But even with me switching it from January 1st to my birthday, June 24th, even with that being said, a resolution or a decision, right? Because we're getting ready to do our What's Next workshop after we do this live in the NYB community. And that's what the lesson is on today is New Year's resolutions. Resolution is a decision, right? That's all it is. It's a decision. How you arrive to that decision is completely up to you. Whatever moved you or pushed you to, to arrive to that decision is completely up to you, but it's a decision, which is the first D in the 5D philosophy. Without it, nothing happens. Without a decision, nothing happens. But resolutions are milestones in your mind or in your heart that something has to change. Something has to change. And something has to change means I need to stop doing this or I need to start doing this. Right? And it's just a time for reflection. One of my favorite holidays, although I'm starting to relinquish the whole U.S. holiday situation. New Year's is one of my favorites because of the renewal, because the clock turns over, and it's almost like a door opens, right? But it's only if you're ready to walk through the door, because every day you wake up, a door is open. The question is, are you ready to walk through the door, right? You have to be prepared. People say, I'm nervous. You know what? Neo put this up. He said, you're not nervous. No, it wasn't Neo. It was Maddie. Maddie said, you're not nervous. You're just unprepared.
Mm-hmm.
Right? When we're prepared, making decisions is easy. When we're prepared, sticking to a New Year's resolution is easy. I heard you say earlier about not being able to stick to New Year's resolutions. That's because the resolution's not attached to a vision. Right? Tiara's like, you got to know where you're going. She was like, you're going to Dubai. You need to know something about Dubai. You need to know, it's like, if you don't know where you're going, how would you know when you got there? If you don't
Ooh.
know what you want, how would you know that you received it? Right? And also, sometimes we ask for stuff that we've never had ever in our life, and we don't even know what it looks like. So we can't recognize it when it shows up. And sometimes it shows up in a different form. You know, every hiccup that we have or situation that we find ourselves in, sometimes we would like to put a negative twist to it. And that situation could have been the catalyst to get you where you really wanted to go. It was a detour because something tried to block you over here, and the universe was like, I got an idea. Let's go there. Let's go around this way. And you're going around this way thinking, oh, I'm going backwards. Oh, things are not working out the way I wanted them to. What the, you know, and that's not true. And then when Tiara was talking about elevation and going to another level, yes, the air is thinner up at the top, and it's lonely when you start elevating, right? But also, we think that we're dropping, right? We think that we have elevated to a certain level, and then a month later we're like, what, we feel horrible, you know, we can't think straight, we're like low-key depressed or overwhelmed or whatever the case may be, right? And it's not that you've dropped, you've gone up and you've dropped, but you dropped, you're still up here. Yeah, you dropped, but you dropped, and then you go up and then you come back down, but you're not coming back down here where you started. You're not coming back down here where you were 5 years ago, 2 years ago, last month. You're steadily elevating, especially if you're being consistent about your daily practices, your reading, your meditation, your yoga, your intentionality. If you're still being consistent with those things, there's no way that you could ever go all the way back down. So you're not losing, you're not falling back. And that's another reason why resolutions aren't needed, because you have that consistency on a daily basis. That resolution is made on a daily basis. It's made every day that you wake up. Am I going to stay on course toward the goals that I want to accomplish? Am I going to continue to mind my business? Right? I see your hand up, Tiara. You got something to say? Come on with it, sis.
Yeah, sorry, I gotta hop off in a second, but just to bounce off what you just said, be careful what you ask for too. Because when you ask for elevation, it may not come in the way that you want it to happen. You may be upset, honey. You may be distraught. It's just crazy. And I'll just use the example. So a few years ago, I was in Atlanta for a conference and I got a call that my home had flooded. And I literally have, it was just me, my two kids, my cousin, and her son. We don't have any other family here. We have friends, but you just can't be asking people, that you just met. Like, oh,
Your friends were in Atlanta with you.
right. But I had also just met them too. So it was just like, can't really be asking people stuff. Who's that? And is that mom? We thought about it. We was homeless for 3 whole weeks. We had to get Airbnbs, had to do all that, had to salvage what we could. And before that, we were talking about, oh, we need a bigger space. We need a bigger space. Da 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 da. And the universe said, oh, okay, you want a bigger space? Here you go. And the landlord literally told me, oh, it's going to take 8 weeks. You guys are going to have to find somewhere else to live. Now,
That's so funny that you said that because I had a scenario like that in 2024. Remember when I was relocating and I had all the cars for my Turo? I said, God, how am I going to get all these cars to Arizona? Bam, one was totaled by a client from Turo. Bam, my daughter wrecked another one. Bam, my friend, I had his car on my Turo. He got out of incarceration. He has his car, which that's why I was saving it on my Turo so it could pay the car payment. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, now I'm down to one car. God said, got any more problems?
Yeah, but guess what? We're still here.
We're
We're
still
still
here, but no,
here.
I don't because this journey for 2025. I'm treading lightly. I'm traveling lightly. I'm thinking lightly. Right now, I've learned how to meditate and just say yes. Just say yes. I'm saying yes. So therefore, I'm thinking with my heart and not with my head. You guys know the first organ that started developing in our mother's womb was our heart, not our brain. It was our heart. So we have to go back into that heart space and start leading with your heart and not with your head. Your head is programmed. Your heart was installed. Okay, I'll say that again. Your
James.
mind is programmed. Your heart was installed by God. That's what gives us life. So that's my little spiel, and I'm loving life. Like
To
I'm
those
loving.
things. Say yes to those things, but say no to things that are outside of your focus.
And your vision. You're right. You're right.
Yes. Yes. And
So
having a
can't we
vision,
say yes to too many things?
correct, correct.
We
And
We
well,
having
no,
support
I'm
the
saying I'm
women, but
true. Yeah,
having a vision enables us to be able to determine what you say yes to and what you say no to. Without a vision, you will make the mistake of saying yes to any and everything or no to the things that could have gotten you a little closer to where you really want to go. But when you don't take the time to put together that vision, yeah, it's going to be difficult. Definitely going to be difficult.
oh, okay. Well, maybe I didn't word it right, but I'm saying yes to God. Like, yes, thank you. I'm so grateful. You see what I'm saying? That's what I meant to say.
no, we got your point, but we
Yeah,
also
we
have
got your point. We was just
got
backing
your
it up.
point. We just adding on to say you're saying yes to your journey that God is meant for you to be on, but during that journey, there are going to be things that you're going to have to say no to.
That's right. You're right.
If you're saying yes to God and God's saying this is your plan, you can't be hopping on somebody else's plan.
That
Or,
part.
no, I'm sorry, I can't do that today. That's not going to work. That doesn't align with my day. Oh,
Mm.
well, you're not doing anything. That's not your concern. That's not your concern what I'm doing. I said, no, it's not going to work with my vision.
Period. You see why I love these ladies, y'all. You can have some of this too. Join them on their events, right? Join them in the event space. We are going to be hopping over to Mind Your Business. Uh, MYB Lifestyle, Mind Your Business Lifestyle, in a few minutes. You guys, if you haven't joined that community, you definitely want to join that community. All right. So we don't want to leave you behind. We want you to get some of this too, right? Sharing is caring. And I really want to thank you guys for, you know, chopping it up with us. I know I've been absent for the last couple of weeks, but things happen and things, are going on. Life be life, and plus the holiday seasons and all that stuff. But we're all the way live for 2025. This is Kimberly Connor with Birth Your Nation Network. You guys, let's continue to plant those gorgeous seeds so you can give birth to the life that you deserve. All right. So we may hop over to Instagram just to test something for about 15 minutes. Stephanie and I, if she would like to join me, only because I'm used to being on Facebook and I'm on YouTube. But hey, I ain't hating on YouTube. I heard this is where the money resides. So we're trying different things and seeing what works. And yeah, let's keep working it. All right, that's all we have for now, ladies and gents. Tap in.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll also be posting because this is on YouTube. I'll be posting those dates when I go back into the comments and stuff. I'll be posting the dates for Ambitious Gals and also for Stephanie's podcast, the MYB episode or season 2, right? I'll also be posting my welcome relaunch party for Birth the Nation Network. Man, we're coming strong. We're bringing new products and services. We're bringing some new elevated type mentorship. Oh, and they gave us a plan, man, where you can make like $5,000. It's a $5,000 play without having to come out of your pocket. I'm excited. All right, guys. So we love each and every one of you. Continue to plant those seeds of abundance. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for chiming in.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Thank you, ladies.
Good night.